Did it come with it?
It came with the car, like the dude made it, I guess.
That's crazy. I didn't ever see that.
For car shows, of course. All right, guys. We're here in my garage. HEB check. We're at the new HEB. Steaks. Meeting with the lads. Got some avocados. Having a little steak night. We're going to talk about a little sales AI. We might help the boys cook up some offers. I don't really know what's in store, but we're taking you guys with us. We might get hailed on. There's some reports of some bad weather rolling in, so keep an eye on that. We got some AI topics to dive into. Some ways that you can make more money as a sales rep using AI. Some stuff that I have done, stuff that I've not done yet. We're gonna fill y'all in. This is the reality right here. You can't even fit this in. Well, maybe we didn't have the skateboard in there, but
supercar things that you don't think about.
Supercar things. All right, guys, we got 14 ways through AI how to be a better sales rep. The first 3 here, we're talking about skill refinement. So like literally just getting better at sales. One of the things that you can do that I've seen some people build tools around this already is, I don't know if you can see this little emblem in the middle is ChatGPT, but it's actually, it snaps to like the voice thing. You can talk to it and you can like literally role play with ChatGPT. So you talk to it, it talks back to you. Literally quick role play. It's not gonna be super refined because it's just basic ChatGPT, but that's one thing that you can do. Really low-hanging fruit, free app, talk to it whenever you want. So that's number 1. Second thing is building like an objection classifier. The name kind of sucks, but you can build a model with a bunch of sales calls, like 50 or 100, to like learn the objections that you get, to specifically train on the objections that are unique to your offer, your sales team, your prospects. So that way you can learn what the objections are, learn why you're getting them, and then figure out how to embed them and solve them in earlier parts of your sales process, whether it's in the call or in the pre-call and the marketing. So this one, really feeding it data from your sales calls and then figuring out what objections you're getting and then trying not to get them pretty much. Okay, the last thing for skill refinement portion is top rep analyzer. So the best rep on your team or the founder who's the best at the sales calls, literally just take their best recordings and make an AI model out of it. All this stuff I'm talking about is with ChatGPT, by the way. It's all through ChatGPT, and there's different ways to automate this through like Zapier, Google Drive, whatever CRM you use. I mean, there's a bunch of different ways to build this stuff. It's all quite simple, but if you can just make a brain, like an AI brain of the top sales rep, and you can ask it any question, you can role play with it, you can really do whatever you want, then, I mean, you should be able to get better. You should be able to get closer to being the top sales rep that way. That's number 3. Yo, what's going on over here?
Trimming up some of this fat on this tri-tip.
We bought the worst steak possible for the boys. No, I'm just kidding.
Tri-tip is fantastic.
Yeah,
got some tri-tip, and then we got some New York strips over here. So treat the boys right tonight.
Let's go.
Got plenty of meat. Pause. Got the puppers. Got the pupper Delta. She's back in the cribbo.
There we go. Bug's new friend. Wrapping up the last idea of that top rep analyzer, basically like creating a film room for sales, but you can have it pick up on the way that the top rep says things, when the top rep says things, how they say it, what they're saying, you know, what their discovery looks like, what their closes look like, literally everything. I mean, if you provide the guardrails for the AI to learn this stuff and to be able to interpret it and feed it back to you, you can ask it anything around all that stuff. The next section of cool AI things that you can do goes into research and prep. So this is before you're talking to a lead and making sure that you're coming into the call educated on them, what they're looking to solve, their industry, how what you do can help them, all the above. So using AI and some other supporting tools, build what we'll call a battle card. And the battle card is like a one-page brief on a sales call. It doesn't have to be a page, but so it can be a page. This battle card is gonna pull from pretty much everything readily available around the person you're about to talk to, from their LinkedIn to their company site, the intake form that they submitted, any kind of recent news and triggers in their industry, anything that could be relevant to the conversation you're about to have with that individual. You can even have it go a step further to help prompt discovery questions and potential objections that you might face with this type of prospect based on your services. So number 4 is battle card, or basically like pre-call guide. I was recently on a trip and this guy was describing something cool to me where they basically are taking RSS feeds, which I don't even know what that means really, but I know what it does. And they're connecting them to like certain subreddits or Twitter accounts, and in real time, like pulling all the data related to like a certain subreddit. And let's say it's sales, right? If you want to know what people are talking about in the sales subreddit at any given point in time, you can connect this RSS feed to that and get that information. And then you can do all sorts of crazy stuff with that. But what I'm about to tell you, this fifth one, is a real-time industry intel bot. You can train this bot on blogs, RSS feeds, white papers, social media accounts. The possibilities here are endless. You can just go to the bot, open it up and say, hey, what's happening in this industry this week? Or what are the competitors doing differently in Q2 this year? If really understanding an industry that changes frequently and has a lot of different nuance and perspectives in, if that's valuable to what you're doing and what you're selling, this could be a really good tool for you. One thing that when I first got into remote closing, I went on to help the team do was create a lead scoring system, and it really helped us identify which leads should be capitalized on and which leads that if we could capitalize on them would be a plus. And we weren't using any AI. It was all manual based on the way they filled out the intake forms, but you can use AI. This is basically just ranking the intent of leads based on preset criteria, such as the company's size or revenue, the way they fill out the form to book with you, like urgency, role, budget, and then also the way they engage with your stuff before the call. Like in some CRMs, you can see how many times they open up an email, or if they click on a link in an email, or if there's like 5 links in an email, which you probably don't want to do, which one did they click more and which one did they spend more time in? At that point, you take all that data, what you have available to you, and create a lead scoring system and then have it automatically assign the leads. When I was in the role that I was telling you guys about, we would assign leads from 1 through 4. 3 and 4 were good leads. 4 should be closed. 4 should be a laydown. 3 is a good lead that can be closed. 2 is a kind of like a Hail Mary, and then 1 is we get them off the calendar. So you can create your own system that works for your business or your niche and train the AI on that.
Look at that. We got a big bowl of bread, so we be getting that bread.
Where did you see that at?
I think Tony sent me a video of it.
What's up?
What's up?
What we get? Got some ranch. Dude, those are phenomenal. I love those things. Dude, those are the best. Hell yeah.
We're in Texas.
And then we got some Modelo's.
Time. No, it's Modelo
time.
No limes though. Without limes.
No limes.
Oh shit, I was gonna grab mine, but I forgot.
That's Modelo time. You know, we don't need limes. We just fucking drink beer.
We just vibes.
We just have vibes here, man.
Alright, y'all wanna head over to the grills?
Yeah, what you need me to grab?
Everything.
Hey, listen. Sometimes in life, all you need is this corn-fed Modelo, some good vibes, some good grub, good friends, and life is simple. Everybody overcomplicates life. Enjoy it. Have a good time. Go get some huzz. Have some friends, man. Enjoy yourself. Life is simple, but it can get complicated if you complicate it. So I'm gonna keep you with something simple. Spread good vibes, have a good time, and love life, baby. Eat good grub too.
Well, it's time to grub now.
Time to grub, baby.
He bought one.
He's a co-owner of Walk Now.
Y'all ready to eat, boys? Or what?
That's a lot of food.
It's a lot of meat.
That is a lot of
Have some leftovers.
There's 5 pounds of steak right here.
You think so?
For 5 dudes. I mean, we got this dude right here.
We've been munching on too much bread and
That's
chips.
true. I need to
Get your mind right.
Get your mind right, son.
I gotta record my AI content, bro.
Let's do some, we need to spit game on that dude.
Yeah.
How to build a fitness offer.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm trying, dude.
He's starting his own offer. That's like the progression.
Exactly.
But
So, what kind
who
of
else is
questions
getting
would you
fired?
like to ask the man serial sells
mastermind.
himself? The mastermind of sells himself.
Not me, the mastermind. This is the
Like a
mastermind.
technical question?
Yeah.
I got one.
Me.
No, you go first.
I've scaled a couple offers in my day, so I know a thing or two.
Yeah, so I'm trying to run this offer in regards to like athletes transitioning into like the real world because most athletes don't go to the professional leagues. And if you ask any athlete, they always go through a period of time where they feel lost and really like depressed because they found their identity and purpose within their sport. So I want to be able to like set up an entire process that can help guide them through that process of between real life and your athletics
Yeah.
Whether that be like tools or frameworks. I don't really want to be known as a therapist. I want to be known as a guy that gives people tools and frameworks to work off so that they can still utilize their athletic mindset physically, mentally, and spiritually in the real world, rather than just conforming to society's standards of get a corporate job, W-2 job, and work away the rest of your life and trade your time for money.
Yeah. So you need an affiliate link for the community.
I don't know if I like want to be a coach. That's not like my like a fitness
What do you
coach.
want to be?
Yeah, what would it look like?
I don't want to be like I would rather just have a community of like different like developing like a routine, like, because everyone that gets out of sports, the biggest reason they lose their self is because they don't have routine anymore. So I was thinking like today, like utilizing ChatGPT, like creating a ChatGPT that people could use for like a monthly subscription to like build out a schedule for them, and then maybe even like a workout plan, those sorts of things. Just because I don't want to like take someone where like if they want to go do a W-2 job, I don't want to be like, nah, bro, like you're wrong for that.
Yeah, maybe the low ticket subscriptions to play, but you would really have to have the strong brand there. What I did is I started with low ticket, and then I started introducing like mid ticket, like 500, just straight to a landing page, and like every 1 in 3 people would buy the 500. You wouldn't think so. Like if one option's $47 a month and one's 500, but that's what it was. So as long as there's like ongoing value, because what you don't want is just like a subscription. They go get their plan, they get this, they get that, and then they're like, okay, I got what I need, you know?
And then one more question because I know a lot of reps that I've been talking to. Setter or closer, and you feel burnt the out, and you're looking at other things to do. What would you tell a rep who's like done well, had consistent months, but it feels like they don't know where to go? What would you tell them?
Like imagining that's your rep.
Just imagining just in general. Like if I was a sales rep that came up to you, or like that was in your community, and was like, I don't know what to do from here, what would you say?
Or they still want to do sales?
They're kind of burnt out. They're starting to look at other options: TikTok Shop, OnlyFans, all the others.
OnlyFans.
That's crazy.
Tony fans.
Go do it, bro. We'll be here when it doesn't work out. I'm just kidding. I mean, depends who it is. I would usually just like hand that back to them and just let them elaborate until they make it really clear that they should be doing this instead, or they should be in sales. Like kind of I don't know, Jeremy Minor style. Let them come to that conclusion by asking more questions. Maybe the answer is they need to go do TikTok Shop because they don't have anything to lose and they think they can make $50K per month. Like you're not going to do that setting appointments. So I mean, we've had this like when you were in the agency, Cam was like, dude, I want to go close now. I'm like, go do it, bro. Like you should, like that's the next thing, you know? And a lot of other people. I mean, especially in my community though, it's different because like I want those guys to level up their career professionally, whether that's as a setter or a closer or the next thing. So luckily I don't have too many of those tough conversations either. We're talking about data interpretation. You guys are about to learn something today.
This dude about to spit.
You can create a sales journal system, basically treating AI like your coach. So look, I had 8 calls today, 3 no-shows, 1 close, this objection, asking it like, what should I work on? And then it'll help you kind of like match patterns, select, course correct, and just figure out like where your weak points are if you give it enough data. So just like throwing at your numbers and it'll tell you like you suck at this and you're good at this, focus on this. The next thing, like some type of like performance pattern finder. So if you pull out like your weekly data from your CRM, AI can show you like the best time for appointments to book, where your no-show rate is the highest, your show rate's the highest, where most of your closes book. It can detect that if you have the times. Top lead sources by close percent, like really any kind of data you can feed it. I feel like I keep saying that because the possibilities are endless here. Or like where leads fall out of your pipeline. Like there's really so much that you can do with it. But if you can implement that and then just prompt it to like regularly test or tweak on a weekly basis and then go and collect more data around that test and then come back and feed it, like you'll get some valuable stuff. Last one for this clip, top customer profile builder. We talked about the lead scoring earlier and how you can like get an idea for who is likely to close and who is not as likely to close, but comparing that data to the close data or the show rate data or the any kind of data that you have through your CRM, like getting a deeper understanding of the lead scoring and building a customer profile of your most common buyers, like the titles, the industries, how much money they make, what they're into. Also like who closes the fastest, who spends the most money, who refunds the least, who has the best results in the program or in the service. Once you get that, like take that information, take that context and feed it back up into marketing and get more of those people, which is kind of a marketing thing, but it helps you as a sales rep. That's good. All right, you guys, the last 4 AI tips for you. This is sales process automation. You have all these leads in your CRM, in your pipeline. You've been working the same offer, the same opportunity for some time. Got a lot of people in there. It's kind of hard to keep track. Some CRMs don't give you all the visibility you'd like into your pipeline and how it's moving, but AI can. You can set up queues and filters to send you alerts when certain things are happening or not happening in your pipeline with leads. Pretty much what you can do with this is just get even more insight into your pipeline and the state of it in any way that you could ever want it. If a lead is sitting in a stage for too long, you could have AI help you move that along or alert you that it's been there too long. You can also have, let's say, the next step with a lead is following up on a proposal. You can even have it generate custom like CTAs or emails based on all the notes in the file or the person's business or even that one pager that we talked about earlier. So the 10th thing is just like making better use of your pipeline. Getting into the custom emails, custom CTAs, subject lines is hyper-personalized follow-ups. And not just text. I mean, text is the low-hanging fruit, but voice and video as well. Using AI to create unique messaging through text, voice, or video with the prospect's name or their pain points from the call or their offer. The 12th thing here is auto-generated recap emails. And there's some tools out there like Fireflies or Fathom that can do that right now. At the end of the recording, it records everything, gives you a nice transcript, summary, bullet points, next steps, and it can be emailed to yourself, your team, the prospect, whoever you want it to go to. But with AI, you can do a little bit more with that. You can add certain triggers that, if the call ends in this certain way, do this. If the call ends in this way, don't do this. You can have it autofill in your CRM for you. You can generate the next steps for whatever that might be for this lead. There's a lot of cool tools that, like the ones I just mentioned, that can do a lot of this for you, but what you can do with what those tools can do with AI is pretty insane. You guys may have heard of this app called Gamma before. I've used it quite a bit for some of the sales teams we run. Basically helps you make like AI presentations. Well, believe it or not, with AI, you can automatically do that when people book with you. So number 13 is customized pre-call assets. Based on intake form, you can generate a slide deck, a one-pager, a unique use case slide. You can even have it pre-select relevant testimonials or case studies for this business or this individual. And that's all without you even looking at the lead until a couple minutes before the call. Now, if you're selling a solution that can help people in multiple ways, the last reason here is basically a tool that can help you tease solutions based on form submissions and the shared problems of that kind of person or that kind of business. So if you have data to feed it, AI can categorize leads that are similar to each other, that have similar problems, and then based on the similarities, present possible solutions for this person. So instead of you having to go through a crazy deep discovery, which you might want to do anyways, you kind of already have some pain points in mind to bring up on this call or to kind of shorten the discovery based on their business and how they might be similar to other businesses you've spoken to before. We went through like 14 different AI tips or sales hacks that you can implement into your sales role today or your business today. All of those are, very easy to talk about, decently easy to build, but not as easy to remember off the top of your head. So if you want access to a doc that outlines each of these 14 ideas and some use cases for them and how to potentially implement them, there's going to be a link in the description below. And if you want it, go down there, click the link, you can get it. If you guys want help or suggestions on how to build any of these things, leave a comment I feel like some of these things are definitely easier to build than others. Most of these things can be used or can be built with very simple AI tools. So if you want any help, let me know, shoot me an email. And besides that, that's pretty much the video. A lot of ideas here, what you can do if you actually go and build this, and the way you can customize things to make your job easier and become just better at your job. It's really quite insane. So if you guys watched this far into the video, got some new ideas hopefully for some AI stuff, but you saw us cook some steaks, you saw the boys scheme a little bit. So hopefully you took some stuff away from this. And if you like the video, comment on the video, subscribe if you're not already. I'll see you guys in the next one.